Hi, in today's video, I would like to talk to you how I started my cleaning business and how you can start yours. I know that before I started my cleaning business, I did have to watch a few videos and kind of like educate myself a little bit on how to start my cleaning business. And so I thought that it would be a good idea for me to also do a video and show you just in a few steps how I started my cleaning business, so that for you who've always have an idea about creating your business, at least this video can help you follow step by step how to start and create your business. I would like for you to listen to my video until the end, and so you will listen, at least you have some ideas about how to go by starting your business. I know there are so many ways you can go by in starting your business, but so I mean, I just wanted to from my experience and give you my experience, and maybe that can help you out a little bit. Please follow me until the end of the video, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. First thing I would like to tell you is that I feel like it's very important for you, before you even go by creating your business, is to educate yourself. You really have to educate yourself, because you don't know if really this is something that you really like. Maybe from seeing other people doing it, you're thinking that, okay, me too, I can go ahead and start a cleaning business, but you just don't know for sure if it's that's something that you want. So if you go by educating yourself, and when I talk about educating yourself, I'm talking about just watching videos on YouTube, reading about it, just try to find out. You can even ask people questions. How did they start theirs? How did they go by starting their cleaning business? So the first thing, and the thing that I feel like it's very important for you before you start your cleaning business, is by doing so. After educating yourself, what you need to do is, and what I did at least, because I didn't want to jump right into and creating or incorporating my business right away. So what I did is I went by doing a DBA. Now, what is a DBA? A DBA stands for doing business as. So, and that at least allows you to pick a name, choose a name, and register yourself as a business now. You are not incorporating yet, but you are just telling your city where you live that I am working as a business now. I am doing a business as me, doing business as. That's what DBA stands for. And so for me, I wanted to go with that route, because I thought that I don't want to go ahead and start and incorporate my business right now, because I wasn't sure if really this is what I wanted to do, even though I have the idea for for a few years, but I wasn't sure that this is really something that I wanted to do. And so I went and got my DBA. And how do you get your DBA? All you need to do is you can even Google it, and they will tell you exactly what to do. It's just a one page that you need to fill out, put on your information. And before you do that, of course, you have to have to pick a name before you start. So you pick your name. So before you put your name on the DBA, you have to go in the system to see if that name does not exist already, or somebody else is not doing a business under that name already. So for me, what I did is I just took my name, a part of my name, and I came up with my business name. So I mean, you can come up with whatever name you want, but for me, I felt like I can just go ahead and take a part of my name and go Ari Cleaning Services. And that's just how I came up with the name that I put on my DBA. I put my address, my phone number, and that's pretty much it. You don't have too many information to put on there. The very important thing about that part is just to, you know, make sure that you already have a name that you're doing business as. So and then you go to your city, fill out the paper, and then you only have to pay a small fee. I think it's between $35 and $40. It's not that much. You just you know, when I did my DBA at that time, it was $35 in my city here in New York. So I applied, and you know, right there all I had to do is sign it in front of the agent, and that was it. And I was given my DBA and a lot more information to help you go by your business. Now that you have your DBA, what you need to do next is now go find those customers. Okay, so you go find those customers. And how do you find customers? Okay, so the first thing I did, at least for me, is I, you know, did some flyers, right? I did flyers where, you know, I kind of like, you know, put what kind of services I offer under my cleaning services, and you know, I kind of like list a few things that I do, what I can do if someone came and signed up for my cleaning services. And if you would like to, you can, if you start your business and you would like to, you can contact me and I can send you a copy of the flyer and show you what I did. But so on that flyer, I put on my business name, I put on my phone number and email address. And then I, you know, I just pick I picked a town where I wanted to, you know, drop off my flyers, and you know, who I wanted, which town I wanted to service, because you know, you have to think about it. Which town do you think that would need your service? So that's the first thing I did, and that is because, you know, like I always say, you have to start somewhere. You know, of course, it wasn't my ideal business. It wasn't really what I wanted to do, but I had to start somewhere, if you know what I'm saying. So I did the flyers and I went in that town, you know, just nearby, and you know, so I went just door by door, and you know, just I dropped them on the door and left. So that's what I did. Anything I could have done to, you know, get me those customers to come by me, so that's what I did. Did the flyers. After doing the flyers, what I also did is I went by creating my Facebook page, right? So anything you can do to advertise your business, right? So I created my my Facebook page and my Instagram page, and you know, just spoke a little bit about it. And not only that, I also went by, you know, speaking with friends and the people that I know that were already doing that kind of business. And trust me, people are always willing to help. People are willing to help. It's not because that, you know, you're coming to ask them a question that you are becoming their competition, or you're gonna take their customers away, because you know, the town is big, everybody can have their parts, right? Now what I want to tell you, and what I think is the most important, and the thing that really work in this type of business, is the connection, right? So like, because you do a great job at a certain person's house, that person is willing to connect you with another person. They're willing to advertise, to you know, like talk to other people about your business, and that's how you get more and more and more clients. And I can tell you from my experience, that's how I even get to where I am today, is from, you know, just us doing a great job, and the person that we did a job for connecting us with the next person and the next person and the next person. And I can tell you, I went from regular houses to now commercial. Why? Because I did a great job for someone. As a business owner, you have to make sure that at least at the beginning of you know, your relationship with a client, you have to be there, because you want to make sure that the client is satisfied, because you want to keep this client. And remember, like I said, it's always about connection, right? Because if this client is satisfied, they are going to connect you with the next client and the next client and the next client, because these people do have relationships with other, you know, businesses or whatever. I, ran across a video where someone was talking about, as a business, as a starting business, the best way for you to get into commercial account is by, starting as a subcontract. And I was like, okay, so I kind of like, learn a little bit about it, how it goes, how you're supposed to go by it. And so I said, okay, so let me go ahead and give it a try. So I, just went on Google. There's no better place than Google. Went on Google and, just came up with a list of already existing cleaning businesses, those, in my town that are big. And so I started calling them and I said, I am a cleaning business. I have very reliable employees, even though at that time I didn't, but I knew that there are people, members of my communities that would, can benefit from doing a little 10-20 hours here and there. But you know what, so that's how I was able to advertise myself. So what I did is I called them and just presented myself and say I'm a cleaning business and I would like to subcontract. The good thing, the best thing that I ever benefit from this subcontract relationship was I was able to earn a lot of experience, things that I did not know, things that I did not understand before I even put myself out there as a cleaning business. Because like I always say, my vision was not only to to work for people's homes. My vision was one day to become a big cleaning business where I have commercial accounts and have people work for me. And so this was really a great opportunity for me. It really did help me understand really what I was going to put myself into. Because like I said, you start your business, before you incorporate it, you want to understand, right? You want to understand what you're doing. So that subcontract was a learning experience for me. So I now started practicing what I had learned from that subcontract. And even though I didn't make as much money with the subcontract, now that I have my own, my other direct account that requires so much, now I'm using the learning experience that I acquired from that subcontract. So you see, we went from one client to connecting us to a commercial and to subcontract. Now more hours with connections. Now at the same time, so what I wanted to say is that I started thinking that why, instead of me doing all this work and this and that, I can have someone make some phone calls out there and come for more accounts, right? So a friend of mine that I work with in my morning job, I was like, what do you think about doing this 3 to 5 hours for area cleaning every week? What do you think? Just all you need to do is make phone calls to these places, and then so she was like, of course I would like to do that as a side job. Now I have a relationship manager coming up with accounts for us. So, and then all I did I had to do is just go online, Google to find out about accounts, and then I will send her the list and she will make the phone calls and then get an appointment, and we just go there, her and I and my manager. We will go there and meet with the client and look around the facility, and if they feel like it's a great match, it's something we can do, or if they're willing to work with us, and then we will sign the contract, and boom, that's what we did. So now we're doing, we're doing churches, we're doing property management, we are doing shelters, we're doing different things, right? We have a list of customers, and it's all by starting somewhere. Like I always say, you have to start somewhere, right? So we went from a single, like a cleaning a home, to now commercial commercial buildings, and all of that because I was able to educate myself, reading about it, understanding what I was doing, and understanding that it's not all about how we clean our regular houses, but there's so much to it, so you keep on educating yourself. And I can tell you, from the time I started my DBA to incorporating my business to now, there are so many great things that have happened, not only on my side of business, but just from a lot, from the blessing of offering people jobs, from receiving some grants from the government, from there just so many, like I always say, so there are so many many benefits for you to having a business. By being an entrepreneur woman, like I always say, become something for yourself, right? Even though I am still doing my morning job, but I also have my cleaning business, right? And I tell you, I can quit my morning job today, I will still be fine with my cleaning business. And the reason why I'm not quitting my morning job is because I don't have to do so much anymore, right? Because I'm not the one who's out there doing the actual cleaning. I have employees, I have a manager who manages all of that. So I'm just behind the computer. Another great benefit there is, and I can talk more about this in the future, is I'm able to employ my children, right? Two of my children are working with me in area cleaning services, and they're making their weekly money, right? Even my 14 years old has a job in area cleaning services. And I'm gonna tell you, in the future, I'm gonna tell you the great benefit you will have by employing your children, actually. So it's so much that you probably don't know about, and I can talk more about this in the future. So please continue to watch my videos, and don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and share. And there's so much more to discuss. Thank you for listening to me until the end of the video. Like, subscribe, and share.